you have to see this thing that I saw. Basically, Taco Bell held for the second time in a row a massive keynote where they were going to be announcing the rollout of new products over the course of the next year. Sounds like a little bit familiar. That's because this is something we're used to seeing from Apple or Microsoft, definitely not Taco Bell. So yeah, they made a lot of these videos. I think they probably posted 5 or 6 across their TikTok, Instagram, basically every video platform. And this is just a quick snapshot of how many views they got. So we're looking at 50 plus million views just on one single platform. I think once you factor in Instagram, we might be looking at something that's close to 100 from a single campaign. This is just like an undeniable money printing situation for any brand that's really able to capitalize off of this. It's really coming from one specific framework, I guess. It's like, if I was going to call it something, I would say absurdity hacking, because they're acknowledging that it's really weird that their brand is doing a massive keynote to announce like that they're going to do a new taco this year. So just riding that hype really creates a lot of surface area for viral moments. You know, just using the event format where you have people coming to it, they're all guaranteed to be filming it. There's just so much opportunity for them to have those like massively viral moments, and this is something that they clearly hard scoped. They really planned this one closely, and it clearly paid off for them big time. I'm sure their social department was massively celebrating after this one. So my question to Runda is, what can we do here for other brands? I know that you've worked at big marketing agencies like Leo Burnett. You're an art director. I'm sure this is already making gears turn in your head a little bit. What do you make of this? What's the opportunity here?
I'm actually surprised with how Taco Bell just released this as a social campaign, because doing these experiential campaigns, I feel like this could actually go regional. If they combine both the social product engagement reveal along with just like regional local activations, I'm just imagining if you do this product reveal in a regional designated Taco Bell somewhere in downtown Toronto or like Chicago, like 5 to 10 of these major cities, and then just have a keynote speaker that's like a general presenter to do a 10-minute presentation, Steve Jobs style. I imagine it wouldn't be that difficult to bring in like a projector into a Taco Bell location and have this keynote speaker wearing a turtleneck to actually present it as if it's like a sick Apple product. This campaign definitely could have like went miles with that. But in general, I think taking that Apple style presentation and bringing it into like a not interesting product is inherently viral. I mean, have you ever seen the Staples logo reveal that they did 5 years ago?
Oh my gosh, no, pull it up.
In some cases, it can be really cringe, like this one. This is not a great example, but this is like the worst case example of how it could turn out if you do like a ridiculous reveal of something, but in that Apple keynote presentation, it's just Staples. That's the old logo.
Oh my gosh, yes, I remember this. Yes, this was a huge moment. Huge.
The paperclip transforms into the universe, and it becomes the answer to all your questions within the universe. And then the new Staples logo is revealed. Instead of the paperclip being the L in Staples, it became its own little staple mark, but it could also be interpreted as a desk and half square or whatever it could be. It's just a new design language, and it's just like
the production value. This is insane.
So from what I've understood is this was presented to their corporate people, and they just rented a stage for Staples corporate. And I think this video resulted into a bunch of content creators just reacting to how ridiculous this logo reveal is. And it's hilarious to see all these corporate employees going up the stage just to see this new rebrand of a logo. And then Forbes article did their own interpretation or commentary about how ridiculously complex solution it is to a simple business challenge. But those worst case scenarios aside, I still think that the whole serious presentation and product reveal, bringing it down into like something simple is like a very proven content style. And also, if you can couple it with a experiential thing, inherently, whenever I hear about like a keynote presentation, if I'm just like a normal average Joe, and I don't know, if I do plumbing as my day job or something, I would probably be interested to go to a local Taco Bell presentation to see, oh yeah, what Taco Bell have in store for us. And then maybe
Sure.
in addition to the product reveal, you get some taste tests to loyal Taco Bell customers like myself, just to have like the regional taste testing for these products would be really engaging. Even if you're just not selling a product, if it's like a service, by taking a new additional spin, let's say it is plumbing, for example. Okay, I present to you on a stage as a plumber, I present to you a not leaking faucet.
So you're saying do this for more industries. You're saying this is not Taco Bell's not the only one who can pull this off, basically.
Any brand don't inherently have audience that's loyalists that would be interested in viewing these things. I think like taking that presentation format as a sarcastic, ironic approach, but to make fun of that format is interesting.
Well, what I'm hearing from you is that there's regional ways to do it, and you could definitely apply it to other industries. So I think what I'm now wondering is, does this just make sense as a niche productized service for an agency to provide? Just we do keynotes that expose viral moments. I think that if you come in using that Staples logo reveal as the main as the main reference point, man, you're gonna have some insane reactions if you do that for, let's say, a new tractor reveal. Or I mean, geez, like imagine dropping the newest For Dummies book in the same way that Staples did. Or of course Taco Bell having confetti rain down from the sky, smoke machines coming out as they reveal a new taco that they're dropping. It's just too perfect. But it is worth saying though, like this isn't just like as simple as, oh yeah, just do an event and then like it will go viral. You can tell Taco Bell did absolutely everything they could to make this thing go viral. Like they threw all they could at it. There's a part of in those videos where they start showing off previous blunders from the past that didn't go well for them. And they're sort of showing people that they have this ability to laugh at themselves. And being able to laugh at yourself is something that displays confidence in a human being. And like, we can't pretend that companies are not in their own essence, their own people, and people interact and other people are going to interact with them. Their audience will interact with them in that way. So this is really just a way of showing like, hey, like we as a company have confidence and we're not scared to like laugh a little bit at ourselves. So yeah, I don't know. Taco Bell, I think that they're going to be belonging in business textbooks for that one. But also, yeah, whoever made that whole campaign happen, they definitely printed some money for Taco Bell there. And I'm sure they're getting a nice reward for that.
I think this can be a proven formula now that I think about it again. If I were to do an agency productized service, instead of doing these keynote presentations, because in order to get a crowd or even like a studio, it might be a little bit of a hassle. If I were to just already have like a shared office desk at like a WeWork or something, if I'm a good presenter or like a great content creator that does really well with these talking head videos or like top half talking head videos, almost like these tech founders that are from Y Combinator or even like OpenAI, just like sit on a table and talk about a product. I think I would do an agency that just create those style of videos, but instead of talking about these AI SaaS products, it's for small businesses, talking about Joe's Pizza, a new product from Joe's Pizza that incorporates a $5 menu that gives you 2 slices of pizza, a drink, and an order of garlic knot. And this is the big breakthrough. And here's why Joe have done this. Because Joe have seen around the neighborhood and then gathered all your input and feedback in the neighborhood. Joe was strolling out one day and he saw there's a lot of people that's just walking around the street without a pizza in their hand. And this is when Joe decided, hey, maybe like get some background shots of Joe in his pizza shop. That could literally be a 5-minute product reveal video. But you as like, it could literally be Joe if he is good at doing these talking heads and very personable and charismatic in the camera. But I would do this for small businesses.
Yeah, okay, so it's funny to think about it from Joe's Pizza doing that. But also, it's really not so crazy to think about like a Michelin star restaurant doing that. Or any medium-sized franchise food chain. Just think about being here in the GTA. How many food chains are out there that have about 5 to 15 locations? They're probably as expanded as they're gonna go. They're doing well. This is actually a great way for them to step up their game. Yeah, like there actually could be a huge market for this just in the food space. The real fun is in like what's the industry that actually could benefit the most from this? Like who truly needs this the most?
I think there could be a lot of brick and mortar businesses that could take this, even like children's clothing store franchises or some type of like fashion business. Because when I think back about why these tech companies do so many video content of their own people just like talking about the product, about how things work, or doing these like mockumentary style videos, is that it's probably really difficult for these giant tech companies to be relatable to the average people when they are building this like product that has like essentially zero face or zero personal impressions when you're actually using the product. But when you engage in their content, you're like getting all these faces. It's probably their only opportunity to be personable. Versus if you're a brick and mortar business, you should probably make more of these content of just talking heads. I remember Vice, when they did these kind of late night food crawl videos with these chefs in these documentary style videos, it actually made a lot of these chefs more personable versus just being known as like the proprietor of Joe's Pizza or something like that. It probably has a lot of value to give you some really loyal audiences that are within your community.
But yeah, 100%. And also that type of content is so fun. I'm trying to start a restaurant media business. Because honestly, just like for our clients at 10-4, like we just deal with so many restaurants and other hospitality businesses that like, I don't know, it's fun. It's a really fun idea. There's so many ways that this one just like made my head turn. We're both always looking at different event ideas. And like, this is just such a great cycle of events, but it's also a business and it's also advertising all at the same time. For the person who this one really speaks to, DM us because we want to come to the keynote that you're putting on.
If you present about Beanie Babies, I am interested putting together a entire presentation exclusively on Beanie Babies and Funko toys.
I will MC as well if needed. Just putting that out there. Okay, thanks for watching the video.